What's up? Welcome back to Nowstalgia. Dave here with a review of Khalid's third album, Sincere. This is Khalid's first full-length album since Free Spirit came out way back in April 2019. It's been a long time. Of course, he did release Scenic Drive mixtape at the end of 2021, so he hasn't been away quite that long. And of course, Khalid has really made a name for himself, become quite successful, I would say primarily as a guest vocalist, as a feature these days, because he's just on some massive tracks of others. Of course, Billie Eilish, Halsey come to mind. The most successful song off Free Spirit to me would have been the big hit Talk, which was Disclosure produced. So Khalid, in a sense, almost was a guest on Disclosure's production with that as well. And ultimately, like to this point, I have not been a big fan of Khalid when it comes to comparing him to his contemporaries in the male R&B space. Despite Khalid maintaining solid streaming numbers, I still don't think he makes a really strong impression as a vocalist himself when he's not a guest on other people's songs. On his third album, Sincere, Khalid remains incredibly sanitized and vanilla as a vocalist, as an R&B singer. I find this music almost consistently dull and overproduced at times, but really, more than anything, it's just not lively. It's not engaging, and I don't feel like he stands out at all compared to his peers. Does he have a nice voice? I think he does. I think he's a perfectly fine singer. And again, when he's working with others, it seems to stand out and pop a bit more. But when he's making his own music, all these songs, even if they're like okay and finely made in their own regard, it's really just kind of in one ear and out the other type music to me. I just don't feel and hear the passion. Honestly, my favorite song off Sincere would have to be Breathe, and that's the only one that happens to have a guest spot. In this case, Arlo Parks, and Khalid does seem to almost be doing a bit of like a hip-hop inflection with the performance, but usually, like, even if the production is rarely a bit lively, the Khalid vocals just don't pop. I just don't really understand the appeal here. And if you think back to when Khalid really blew up, of course, several years ago at this point with the debut American Teen, of course, when he himself was a teenager, that music, I think, at least the way it was produced, a bit more acoustic, at least the guitar was a little bit more noticeable. Like his vocals were able to shine and be more of the center stage when it comes to those songs. Since then, I just feel like he's really, I don't say gravitated away from that. It's not like he took a sharp left turn or anything. It got even less interesting and more basic and simple. And even though he's a fine singer in his own regard, he's not doing enough to really make this music pop beyond what it is, which is just pleasant, which is just fine. But there's just not enough personality here, I think, to really engage with, and certainly nothing asking you to revisit it. And Disclosure did not return for any songs on Sincere, unsurprisingly, so there's nothing as catchy as Talk on here. It's that simple to me. But yeah, let me know if you like Khalid. You probably like Khalid more than me. Please tell me why. Like, why does he jump out to you as an R&B vocalist? Like, what does he do that really grabs you? Let me know. And for more music reviews, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.